Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact blueprint. Whether you're starting out or looking to scale your company, in this video, I'll break down every single steps, every single strategies that is existing at the moment, and those strategies which you can eventually use to connect with Fortune 500 companies. Now here's the thing, this isn't just typical YouTube content. You won't find this sort of details and insight anywhere else other than YouTube. And for those who don't know me, my name is Moez Khurram and I'm the founder and the CEO of LeadMax. We are a B2B lead generation agency where we simply focus on getting leads, demo calls, and eventually closing out those deals for B2B SaaS companies and AI solution providers. The reason we're able to achieve consistent results is all because of the proven strategies we use and the cold email outreach and the multi-channel approach that we use here at LeadMax. It's all combined together and it creates a really positive plus point to get more leads, to get more demo calls, and eventually close out those big numbers for you. Trust me, you don't want to miss out this golden opportunity. Let's dive in. Alright, so this is the complete meat and bone and how exactly you can book successful SaaS demos, even if you're a B2B SaaS company or any sort of AI solution provider with Fortune 500 companies, right? This is the step-by-step guide. All right, so just as a proof of concept, and this is one of the demo calls that we were actually able to book for one of our clients with Walmart. And first we actually made the ICP and we created personalized message to get reply. Then what we did was we stated a time. Once we got the reply, we stated a time that we are available at this time rather than just sending our calendar link. For this, what actually happened was that we were able to reduce friction. So in the whole scenario, in the whole appointment setting, we want to reduce the friction as much as possible. So instead of sending the calendar link, just tell her the time and book a specific time. Just do it by yourself. And once we got the finalized time, we simply booked them in for the meeting. And further on, just to reduce no-show rates, and we send multiple reminders, follow-up emails, and majority of the no-show rate is because people actually forget. This is the main point where most B2B SaaS companies, a solution provider, they go wrong. They don't send enough reminders or even follow-ups. This is the point where they mess up. So here's the complete breakdown for the whole topics we're going to cover in the video. So first of all, what you want to do is identify the right people. Foundation of any successful SaaS demo strategy is by targeting the right decision makers. Fortune 500 companies, they have complex structures, and finding the appropriate stakeholders is really critical. So typically these are the executives such as CIO, VP of operations, or HR leaders depending on your product. So you can take some measures in order to identify them. What you can do is that you can use LinkedIn Sales Navigator or Apollo.io. You can use them to locate the decision makers, and you can also analyze the organizational charts such as job titles, roles to determine their influence on purchasing decision. And thirdly, what you can do is that you can take a cross-reference according to their professional profiles for like indication of recent initiatives or projects that actually align with your SaaS offering. And the next step would actually be research your pain point. Really important. This is the main part. You always have to do the research of the main pain point. And this is only because to create personalized messages. Once you have actually identified the target audience, and what you want to do is that you have to dive deeper into the challenges. Fortune 500 companies, they often face like broad but specific issues such as like operational insufficiencies and cybersecurity threats or scaling complexities. So what you want to do is that in order to do research, you can set up Google alerts for industry specific terms like data breaches or supply chain issues, right? And the third point is segment your list. Really important, really important. To make your outreach more effective, you can segment your prospects based on industries, roles, or common challenges. Segmentation basically allows for highly personalized communication that actually resonates with the specific needs. How exactly you can do it? You can categorize contacts by industry verticals such as healthcare, finance, or even manufacturing. Really does depend. And what you can also do is create subgroups according to the roles, such as IT leaders or procurement heads. Thirdly, what you can do is that prioritize companies based on their likelihood of benefiting from your product. And this is a really important point. All you have to do is just create subgroups, create groups. Based on that, create subgroups based on their department, based on their job roles. And you have to create a list through which basically those people, those companies who can actually benefit from your product or service. And a key benefit for that would be segmentation. Basically ensures that your messaging is actually relevant, and it increases the probability of a response. So that is the main point for that. And the whole structure, these whole points are basically in terms of the whole breakdown for these 3 points. That is identifying the right people, research the pain points, and segment your list. And in this video, I'll cover exclusive enterprise focus and AI-driven personalization, multi-channel strategy, scalable solutions, measurable results, streamlined workflows, and how exactly you can drive impactful partnerships and the competitive advantage of using all these strategies. So, engagement process. In order to craft personalized outreach messages, the next step is crafting targeted and compelling messages. You should always avoid generic emails. Instead, what you can do is that you can tailor each and every single message to reflect the recipient's specific challenges. This is the exact strategy that we normally apply here at LeaderMax. For every single client, we normally have every single message that is targeted to every single job role based on the company, based on their country. So it really varies. I know it takes a lot of time, but the end results, those metrics, they're valuable. So efforts, the more you work for it, the better results you actually get. So your value proposition is your hook. It needs to be short, clear, and focused on results. And a quick example for that would be if your product is a workforce management tool, and what you can do is to highlight the specific results. Like you can write like, our clients reduced email scheduling time by 40% and saved 500K annually. And here's exactly how you can do it. Create a one-liner explanation how your product actually solves a problem. You can also back this up by data or case studies that actually showcase real results. And for the subject line, and a quick effective message would be grab their attention with data-driven promises. For example, cut operational costs by 30%. Here's how. That's it. Short, simple, concise, and to the point. And for the body, clearly articulate how your SaaS or AI solution provider can actually solve their pain point using data or case studies. And a quick example for that be, hi name, I noticed company is focusing on initiative. Our platform helped client achieve specific result. Let's schedule a 15-minute call next week to explore how exactly we can help. So in this case, it really varies about the CTA, call to action. If the lead is warm, which actually means that you've already sent personalized emails, personalized messages, then you can write something like this. Because a pushy CTA, there's actually a difference between a pushy CTA and some sort of a soft CTA, a hard call to action and a soft call to action. Because just asking directly about a call is actually hard call to action. You have to avoid that. But if the lead is warm, you can use that. But if the lead is actually cold, you haven't contacted them for a while, you always have to choose for a soft CTA. What you can do is that you can write, hey name, can I quickly send you a quick resource that can actually help you? So, and if they basically reply yes, then you can just send it over. So in that case, you'll be able to build credibility and trust at the same time. And that being said, for the quick tools that you can actually use it, you can use HubSpot or Outreach.io for automated and personalized email sequences. And make sure you use A/B testing just to refine the subject lines and call to action language. And if you further proceed with why outbound email marketing is really effective, because reaching thousands of decision makers via email, it basically costs significantly less than paid advertising campaigns with higher ROI. Outbound email marketing, I personally believe it's really better. If you know how to do it, then you're on the right track. And other than paid advertising, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort. Always have to measure those metrics if they actually align with your needs. And if we talk about fast implementation and how exactly you can do it, launch a campaign targeting CEOs in the healthcare sector today, and you can start generating leads within 24 hours. So this one is just for the healthcare, and it really does depends for the campaigns. What you can do is that you can apply different strategies, like dividing those campaigns amongst multiple countries or multiple job roles. It really does depend. So how exactly you can do it, and you can use tools like Apollo.io to scrape the qualified contact list, And you can also design an email sequence with 3 to 5 touch points to nurture those leads. Really important. The reason I would say 3 to 5 touch points is you actually want to hit them with their main pain point, and 3 to 5 emails are pretty good if you want to further proceed. For demo calls, better show rate, and 3 to 5 email sequence is actually a good number. It's not too much, it's not too less, it's in the medium range. And moreover, you can also apply a multi-channel outreach. Really important. Cannot emphasize much on that. This is exactly one of the same strategy that we use here at LeadMax, and this is one of the main strategy. Basically is able to book more demo calls, book more deals, and eventually close out those deals. And because engaging with Fortune 500 decision makers requires a multi-channel approach, if you rely solely on emails, that can actually be limiting for you. So this is the point where most of the B2B SaaS that actually go wrong. This can cause serious drawbacks for the mainstream. What you can do is you can explore different channels. Email really cost effective for outreach, and for example, sending a sequence of 3 to 5 touch points just to nurture those leads. And you can follow up them with connection for the LinkedIn connections. You can simply send requests and personalized messages. They can be referring back to those email outreach to the same prospect. What you can do is that if you have phone calling facility, that you can simply reach out to warm leads who actually engage with the emails or LinkedIn messages or one of your content that you normally post on LinkedIn or even X. What you can do is that in the initial email, you can write something like, "Hi name, we noticed the challenges enterprises are facing with specific issue. Our clients reduced breach response times by 50%. You want to include those numbers, right? And what you can write is like, can we explore how this applies to your team? That's it. And how exactly you can do it, you should always write concise, results driven messages, use numbers, use metrics, and you should always include a clear CTA like booking a demo call or scheduling a call. As I stated previously, try to use soft CTA in the initial emails. In the last 2 emails, you should go for the hard CTA. Now, if you talk about streamlining appointment setting, it's really important, because at the end of the day, booking a demo quickly after receiving interest is really crucial, and any delay can actually cause a prospect to lose momentum. So the best practice is actually to respond to the leads within minutes. The term I normally use for that is speed to lead. For example, if a lead replies at 10 a.m. and you send it scheduling by 10 or 5 a.m., that is like the perfect time. And within 5 to 10 minutes, maximum 10 minutes, you should not cross beyond that. You should always have an appointment setter sitting on the screen, just looking for emails. If any email replies, or if there's any email, just simply chat to them and just book out a demo call with them. And you can also use tools like Calendly, Limcal, Chili Piper to simplify that scheduling. You should always offer multiple time slots just to accommodate those busy executives. Because another important point, you should always give out those time slots rather than just sending that calendar link. It actually reduces the friction. Hence, it basically hits that into the mental. It's like a psychology effect. If the XYZ time frame is actually booked during the email chat rather than just sending the link, it actually creates a mental psychology that they have to attend the meeting. And this is one of the strategy we normally use at LeadMax just to reduce the no-show rates, because people don't have time to waste on fluff, on yapping. So you want to make sure you're just talking straight to the point. Your appointment setter is just talking straight to the point and booking out those demo calls. And another important point is reducing no-show rates. Curing the demo is just the beginning. Ensuring the attendance requires strategies and follow-ups and even reminders. So for that, you can take some serious measures, and if you take these, you're surely able to increase that show rate. So what you can do is that you can send a confirmation, share a calendar invite with a note summarizing the value of the meeting. For example, looking forward to discussing how we can reduce your cost by 30%. Secondly, you can use reminders. You can send email reminders using Calendly or any other software that you prefer, any other tool, for like 24 hours. You can send a reminder 24 hours before the meeting, 1 hour before, 10 minutes before. It really just depends on your needs, on your end goal. So as per my opinion, I prefer 24 hours, 1 hour before, and 10 minutes before the meeting. So it actually hits them on the head. Oh, you have a meeting? Attend it. You have a demo call? Attend it. And in those reminders, you can write your call with company name tomorrow at 2 p.m. That's it. You don't have to add too much. straight to the point, concise, straight to the point, and short. In the body, you can write, "We'll explore how SaaS product and can help you achieve specific result. Looking forward to it." What you can do is that you can use tools to automate it. Really prefer HubSpot, really prefer Calendly to send those automated reminder emails just for consistent follow-ups and to get better show rate. And now let's get to the point, strong pipeline. Basically, a robust sales pipeline ensures long-term success. You can use some key metrics to actually track it. Email open rate and click-through rate to measure the initial engagement. Nowadays, open rate aren't good because the email deliverability issue, but it really does depend on your email infrastructure. If you're using some sort of a cheap infrastructure, that can actually affect your email deliverability. However, at LeadMax, we normally don't use that. We have cracked the code, and just to get better email deliverability, we take some measures. And if you take those measures, you can surely get better email deliverability. I've already made those videos. You can just check them out probably here or there, or you can also check the link in the description. And you should always track demo conversion rates and just to understand the quality of the leads you're actually getting. And for the feedback trends, if you talk about the metric about feedback, you should always get feedbacks from your current customers. The current customers, they are gold. You should get feedbacks about your SaaS product. And that being said, you should always take measures. You should always take measures to refine your SaaS product and even your outreach approach. It's all about those metrics, how exactly you measure those metrics and how exactly you take XYZ measures and just to get the final result, just to improve your outreach strategy. You should always gather feedback about post demo using quick surveys or CRM notes just to identify that recurring objections or unmet needs. Your communication must focus on tangible results, and you should always avoid those big promises, and instead you should highlight specific benefits backed by data. For a quick example would be, instead of just saying our tools increases efficiency, it's a big promise, right? So it's a pretty broad promise. How exactly it can increase efficiency? Say something like, our tool reduced downtime by 50%, saving clients $500K annually. Use numbers, use metrics just to get a better approach, right? Fortune 500 companies, they value measurable outcomes, and making data-backed messaging are far more compelling. So scaling outreach without losing personalization is key. It is the main key for targeting Fortune 500 companies. So these are the main tools I would genuinely recommend to you. You can use Apollo.io for scraping qualified contact list. You can use HubSpot for designing automated email sequences. You can use Salesforce to track engagement metrics and refine the strategies. If not Salesforce, you can use Pipedrive. It does work. It really depends on what your needs are, on what the end result is. And another really important point, I just want to highlight that if you are a B2B SaaS and you're just selling software, you're just selling your solution, what you want to do is that you should always look forward to solve the problem rather than just selling your product or anything. Because if you actually, from the mindset, it really depends on the mindset. If you actually want to solve the problem, then the prospects, they actually want to hear about you. They want to hear about your product. They want to know every single thing that you're currently doing. But if you just think about yourself, just filling up your pockets with that extra cash or even your bank accounts, then I believe it's the wrong approach. You should not focus on that. So for the conclusion, a strong pipeline basically that directly drives revenue growth and product improvement. If prospects, they repeatedly mention a missing feature, prioritize in your roadmap. Use tools like Salesforce and track feedback and adjust it accordingly. What you want to do is that you should always listen to customers' feedback. It builds trust, increases the credibility, enhances your product value proposition. So these are the complete points that we have covered in the video. And what you want to do is you should always focus on results-driven messaging. You should always craft communication that basically highlights the specific outcomes and measure benefits for the enterprise clients. As I stated previously, always think about them, do not think about you. And because if you think about them, they want to know more about you, and eventually you'll close out those big numbers, those deals, right? Utilize targeted outreach. You should always identify and engage the key decision makers with personalized and relevant messages tailored to their challenges. If you focus on the wrong prospect, then you might be in the wrong position because you would be sending those personalized emails, messages to the wrong people, and it will create a big influx for you to manage and just figuring out the right prospect. And if you are actually sending those emails to the right prospect, but your messages aren't personalized, then it's a no-show, right? So they surely won't read a message that is not meant for them, and you should always think about them. And thirdly, you should streamline your appointment setting process. You should always ensure quick messages, speed to lead, and add a clear value communication, just to the point, straight to the point, how exactly you can help them. That's pretty much it. All they want to know is to solve this problem rather than just fluff and yapping. And you should always have easy scheduling to secure the meetings effectively and efficiently. As I've stated previously, instead of just sending them link, you should simply ask the time or just tell the time and book the meeting according to that. Fourthly, you should leverage automated email marketing. Use automation tools to scale outreach while maintaining that personalization and efficiency. Fifthly, what you can do is that implement actionable workflows. Create structured steps just to nurture those leads from initial contact to demo call, ensuring consistent progress. And sixthly, what you can do is that secure high value demo calls. You can optimize your outreach strategies to engage with the qualified leads and schedule meaningful demo opportunities. And second last, convert those leads into long-term clients. You can build trust and deliver value throughout the engagement process just to foster those lasting client relationships. And you can also upsell at the once they are in the main whole workflow and they're using your product consistently, you can also upsell them. You can give them a better offer, and that's pretty much it. And lastly, what you can do is that you can combine all these strategies together just to create a consistent pipeline of high value opportunities and to drive substantial growth to your business. There you have it. This was the complete meat and bone that you can implement straight away to enhance your B2B SaaS lead generation or even for AI solution provider. And if you're a B2B SaaS company or AI solution provider looking to increase your credibility, boost your trust, and even get more leads, demo calls, and those big numbers, what you can do is that I've put my link in the description for my calendar. You can simply check it out. You can also book a call with me and we'll have a chat about how exactly we can help you out in terms of getting more leads and demos. And also in the main call, we'll discuss what's your product like, what are the main challenges you're facing in, and how exactly we can apply a perfect approach to get those big numbers. So don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell notification icon for more actionable strategies and insights, and also do check out the link in the description. Till then, peace.